guys. Woo! I am excited to be back. I am thrilled to be in here sharing. Thank you, Jen, so much for inviting me for a second go around. And I'm telling you, I've had a hard time figuring out which way I was going to share today because we're in here talking about energy, memory, focus. And y'all, there are so many things involved that could be causing all the problems and tiny tweaks. I am talking tiny tweaks that can be a game changer. But I was trying to figure out which way I was going to talk. Am I going to talk about your adrenals and the thyroid and the connection that they have? Am I going to talk about life and stress and the role that that plays in that? Am I going to talk about the time change and having to have a different sleep cycle in the summertime and suddenly your kids are crazy, you're crazy, and all the sleep stuff that's happening? Are we going to talk about it's so hard to know because, listen, I believe that when we're sharing and something good has happened to us and we're telling other people that it's a ministry like this, this is my ministry. This is what I do. I feel like I've been called by God to let people know there's options, like that your today, right now, right here, your today does not have to be your tomorrow. Like, you can change it. Your past, the things that have happened in your past, do not dictate how far and what you can accomplish in your future. So because it's my ministry, I always feel like I have to be really in tune because I don't know who has been on their knees saying, Lord, I need answers. And I want to make sure that I give the right answers for the topic. I also want to make sure that what I share is 100% something that you can turn around and share and speak it really easy so that it makes sense, so it clicks. So I might jump around a little bit today. I got sticky notes all over on stuff that I just want to make sure I share. Today, it's all about energy, it's about memory, it's about focus, it's about clarity. And I'm going to say it again, it's kind of been my theme this month, is enjoying the journey, having fun along the way. We don't have to be miserable as we travel through this life of ours. We're supposed to feel good. So I might jump around a little bit. Before we get started, I want you to tell me, what oils have you been using all day? What oils? I'm putting some oils on right now. I'm actually going to give you a combo that when I first got into Young Living, we're talking, gosh, I probably had only been in for maybe 6 weeks, and I got to hear Gary, and this was the combo. He said peppermint and lemon. You're going to take equal amounts. So if you have some, grab it out. And he said put 2 drops. Try for 2. Sometimes more comes out. And you're going to put the peppermint and the lemon both in your hand and drop them together. Woo! Then you're going to spin them around. Woo! Then I want you to deep breathe through your nose, really. And then hold it. And we're going to do it again through the nose. Hold it again. Oh, good stuff. Then I want you to cup your hand together so there's a tiny little hole, and I want you to huff it through your mouth. I want you to put your lips in there and go, just hold it. You're going to do that again with me. Just breathe it in. Then these hands, because they have lemon on them, you can rub them anywhere the sun doesn't shine. So I'm going to take it and put it behind my head, put it in my hair. I'll rub it down my hair. Helps with flyaways. It's going to diffuse all day long. And I'm going to breathe that in. If it were winter and you weren't going to be in the sun, you could rub it all over your arms. You could just rub it anywhere you want. And those 2 oils together will help wake you up, and they're going to help you to remember the stuff we're talking about. It's going to increase that. So see, this is about memory and focus. The first 30 seconds, you just found a quick hack. It is equal parts lemon, which, come on, lemon is happy in the bottle anyways, right? You just breathe that in. And it is peppermint. And those 2 hopefully are going to help you to be able to remember something, some bit of what I share. You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to own it and I'm going to do it. If that bibbit happens while we're chatting, post it. Put it in the comments so I can see that hits you. The second thing I want you to do is, if while I'm talking about something you go, oh, my Uncle Bob needs that, I want you to write down Uncle Bob's name in the thing you thought of. Uncle Bob, nitro. Write it down. And then do the right thing. After the call Uncle Bob and say, I was listening to this lady. She was talking about nitro. It made me think of you. I think this would be great for you. Again, it's my ministry. I truly believe that when those people pop into your brain, they're popping in for a reason. Like, you don't know what Uncle Bob's been looking for. You don't know if he's been praying for that exact answer. You get to be that answer. So take notes for you, but also take notes for the people that you know. Okay, so I'm going to talk really fast because I think I decided while we were talking, I'm going to come from the side of your little adrenal. So this is, it's a 5-week class that I did on hormones. And we started with hormone number 1 and we went through the whole kit and caboodle. So right now I'm going to isolate and focus just on the adrenals and the thyroid. I got to give you a little history on the other ones, but you can go to Shannon Hudson, YL, that's my website. Shannon Hudson's my name, YL's my game, and you can go there and go under resources and then go to videos and then type in, search for the hormone series, and this would be number 3, week 3, hormone week 3. But you can watch all of them. I also have all the PowerPoints on there, so if you're a reader and you would rather be able to see it, you can go read all the notes from there. But the reason I want to start here is because, listen, we live in such a stressed out world, and stress will suck the energy out of you. It will suck your life force away, and we're surrounded by it everywhere we go. And the way our body was designed, it was designed to be able to handle stressors. We were designed that when we lived in the Wayback Machine, and we were out working in the fields, and we're digging, and we're doing our stuff, and we're out there having a good old day, and a bear came out, rawr, and the bear attacked. You were supposed to be able to have this adrenaline rush so you could fight the bear, and then you could run and get away. And you fight the bear, and you run, and you get in your cabin. Oh my gosh, I almost got ate by a bear. It was crazy. That bear almost had me. It was, and you're in the house, and you're like, you grab your whoopee, and you wrap your little blanket around you, and you make a cup of tea, and you're sipping the tea. In that moment of massive stress, your body kicked out adrenaline. It kicked out that, you know how you hear about a mama being able to flip a car off of her baby and be able to lift the baby and do these extraordinary things. That's because that's the way our body was designed. Was in an emergency, it could do crazy things like fight a bear. Now, when he ran back to the house, he was in the house and he's drinking his tea, do you know that huge burst that happened from your adrenals, these teeny tiny little guys that live on top of your kidneys, they're about the size of a walnut, they're little, but they kick out all of this stuff, and when the adrenaline is going, when that cortisol level shoots up like that, your body focuses. Your vision is really, really good so that you can see that bear good. All of your energy goes straight to the muscles. Your digestive system stops completely. Your memory, all the stuff, you have the list that you had going on, you're not thinking about any list that you have to do when you're fighting the bear. All of it happens instantaneously. Your breathing changes, your heart rate changes. All of that changes, and you sit in the house after the emergency, and it takes your body up to 72 hours to get back to the pre-emergency state. Y'all, I want to put some perspective here. Do you know, first of all, we live constantly stressed out. The alarm goes off in the morning. Brah, 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 and we jump out of bed. Oh my gosh, we got this to do. We're late. I can't believe we're late. Eat your breakfast. We gotta go. Let's go. Let's go. And we rush and we get in the car, and the people are cutting us off in traffic, and the people are arguing, and the kids are arguing in the back seat. And we're in the line. We gotta drop off the kids. Get out of the car. Don't forget your backpack. Here's your backpack. Go, go, go. We get to work, and as you're driving to work, you're thinking about it. You're, oh my gosh, I hope so-and-so isn't there today. She drives me nuts when she's there. I just hope she's, oh, hello, so-and-so. So glad to see you. What do you mean the copier isn't working? What do you mean I have to work late? What do you mean you're not gonna pick the kids up from school? No, fine, I've got it. I'll take care of it. Click. Boss, I gotta leave early. Why do you gotta leave early? You're stress. You get in the line. You're like, where's the kids? Where's the kids? Oh my gosh. Get in the car. Come on. We gotta go. We gotta get something to eat. I'm a horrible mom. I'm feeding the McDonald's on the way home. Oh my God. I suck. I can't believe I'm just feeding them. Eat your nuggets. We gotta go to church. Put a smile on your face. We're going into that church. Now you be ready as soon as church is over because we've got stuff to do. And we stress and we get home and we're like, take a bath. I took my bath. Use soap. Get back in the bath, get in the bed, it's time for sleep, go to sleep. What do you mean you didn't do your homework? Why didn't you do your homework? Well, you're just going to have to do it in the morning. I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay, the kids are finally asleep. They're finally asleep. I'm going to relax. I'm going to watch Facebook. I'm going to go on Facebook. Oh my gosh, I hate you. Unfriend me. I unfriend you. Oh my gosh, should we lay down? Like, okay, I'm just going to go sleep. I'm just going to sleep. It's going to be okay. I can't get to sleep. It's 11 o'clock. I have to get up in 7 hours. Oh my gosh, why is it midnight and I'm still awake? Oh my gosh, it's 2 o'clock and I have to get up in 4 hours. And we started over, y'all. We live in such a stressed out state. And do you, after that crazy day, get 72 hours for your adrenals to come back to normal? Here's the problem. We live in this constant world of stress. And did you know your brain does not know the difference between that alarm clock or that TV show or that Facebook craziness or that phone call from your significant other and a bear? It sees all of them as stressors. And what happens after a while, we are so ready to fight the bear. We are so ready to argue. We are looking to pick fights. We're picking fights over little things that don't even matter. We see ourselves yelling at our kid over a spilled milk, and we're losing our crap. We're like, all over this kid. And even in our head, as we know, this is not a big deal, but you can't stop yourself. And what I want to tell you right now is it's not you. It's not you. You're not the crazy one. There's not something wrong with you specifically. It's the world that we live in. It's this craziness that we have. And I want you to know there are things that we can do to help lower those levels of cortisol and those levels of adrenaline. And that, like I said, that's supposed to make us fight the bear, run from the bear. But there's another one. It's fight, flight, and flee. It's when we hide. And that hide, we all slip into. It's when the phone rings, you're like, oh, I cannot talk to her. And you silence it. It's when you're invited to go to this, that, or the other thing. You're like, no, I just can't. And I'm telling you, it's your adrenals saying, please, just let me curl up in the blanket, have a little cup of tea, watch the fire, and let me rejuvenate myself. And you got to understand, your hormones are talking to each other all the time. If one is out of alignment, if one is hinky, if one is tired and just wants to take a break, then the other ones can't work. And the one that partners the most with your adrenals are here on your kidneys. You've got your little thyroid right here. And your thyroid is all about metabolism. It's the one that's supposed to give you that glorious energy that we all talk about. And it's the one that's supposed to change the metabolism. That's the guy that's like, oh, if we could fix my thyroid, everything would be perfectly perfect in every way. And I want you to see your thyroid and your adrenals as a brother and a sister. Right? So this is the brother, this is the brother, this is the sister, and they work in tandem, right? So if the sister is like, I need a break, please, it will shoot a messenger to the thyroid. And the thyroid, being the brother, goes, leave me alone. I don't want to, leave me alone. And so then we have the pineal and the pituitary. So up here we have pineal, pituitary, and the hypothalamus. And the hypothalamus, I want you to think of as dad. Big thumbs up. Yeah, go ahead. Got to get a big thumbs up from dad for anything. And then your moms, pineal and pituitary. These guys talk to each other. They interact. They're constantly running things together. And so when the adrenal, via a hormone, isn't getting what it needs from the thyroid, it will shoot a chemical messenger to the pineal and pituitary. And that messenger is, Mom, my brother's not helping. That's the messenger. And the mom's like, well, we'll look into it. And they send a messenger and they look and they go, yeah, he really didn't do it. And they go down and they send a message and they go back and forth. And it's all those hormones going on. We don't even know anything about it. One of the chemical messengers that your adrenals will send to the thyroid is RT3. RT3. Now we all know about T3. T3 is the one that has that majestic, glorious energy. We'll talk about that another time. But RT3 is reverse thyroid 3. Reverse means please don't. Please don't. I don't want any energy. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I need to be able to regenerate. That's what the adrenals are asking for. They're asking for that break. And I'm telling you, so if you feel like everywhere you go, everybody you know is stupid, They're all saying dumb things. Everybody in the universe is out to get you. The world hates you and all of the things. It's probably because you're ready to fight a bear. It's probably that cortisol and that adrenaline is so high. And no matter how much willpower, no matter how much you rethink a situation after you did it, you can't get to that calm place. It's because those hormones are all so kinky. They're so hinky. They're kinky. That's another class too. It's because they're all hinky. So some stuff I want to give you first of all is the knowledge that you're not alone. I think sometimes we think it's only us, that I'm broken, there's something wrong with me. And the first thing I'm giving you is it's not just you. The second thing I'm going to give you is there are some just plain dietary changes that are going to help you be able to handle it a little bit better. And I'm going to say one that y'all already know. You know I'm going to say it. I'm going to say sugar and artificial food colorings. Artificial food coloring, sugars, the processed foods, they are messing with you. They are causing more inflammation. They are making it harder for you to make good choices. They're endocrine disruptors. Do you know what an endocrine disruptor means? It means hormone interrupter. So you've got all those signals going on, because they're talking all the time, and a disruptor stops the signal from being able to get. So a signal can't get to the pituitary or the pineal or the thyroid or the adrenals or the gonads or all the other things. It disrupts the signal. It stops it cold. It can't get through. So those things matter. The foods that you're choosing, it matters. Choose. We talked about it when I was on here a couple of days ago. And honestly, if you ever hear me, you'll hear me say it all the time. You got to eat from the rainbow and not the Skittles, my friend. We are talking the rainbow of vegetables, all the different colors of fruits. And we need a wide variety because all of those minerals, all of those little parts and pieces help our body use up all that excess cortisol, use up all that adrenaline so our body can go back to homeostasis. Do you know how bad your body wants homeostasis? Do you know what homeostasis is? It wants balance. It wants to be right here, making sure you're eating that wide variety, making sure you're drinking the water. And I know you guys are getting ready to do the challenge. This right here, we're going to be eating here in about 45 minutes. So this is my opener, and this is Ninja Red, golden turmeric. My nitro is in here. What else did we put in? It's got my mineral essence. If you did not listen to the mineral essence class, go listen to it. And all of the things I have in here are things that help to balance. So when you hear all of these different speakers, we're not coming to you saying, oh, we're perfectly perfect. We're like, No. We're saying that we partner with our body and we do the things we need to do to always come back to balance. This right here, my sulfurzyme, these are all things that are going to help bring you back to balance. So when it comes to giving that TLC, one of the first things I'm going to tell you for your adrenals is Cortistop. Cortistop's a supplement we do not talk about like hardly at all, but Cortistop uses up that extra cortisol. So that desire to fight the bear, it helps to bring that down. Doing things like our grand fir, any of our pine trees, any of our tree oils, all of those help us to come back down. Stress Away, it was so cool when Stress Away first came out. Oh gosh, what was his name? One of the guys that helped to develop it. And it has vanilla in here and all the oils that are in here. I mean, it does smell great. Like, right? We can all just agree on that. It smells amazing. But the reason why Stress Away is so effective, whether it's in a diffuser, whether you're breathing it in, I just recently started adding Stress Away and peppermint in my diffuser. And y'all, it smells like Thin Mint cookies. Amazing. But the reason why Stress Away and those tree oils, that grand fir, are so good is because it does this. It takes all that and brings it back down to balance. Because you're not going to get the 72 hours of nothing. Because I'm telling you, you finally fall asleep, the alarm clock goes off, and you start that cycle all over again. It's what we all go through. So learning that in the process, you're going to feed your system. Ninja Red is a powerhouse. It's a massive antioxidant. It is giving strength to every single cell in your body. It is answering the call of so many different parts and pieces. In addition to that, like I said, I got my mineral essence in there. Y'all, mineral essence on its own fills massive puzzle pieces. It goes through and it loves on your hormones. It goes through. This one partnered with Super B. I have a bunch over here because I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about. I told you. With your Super B. Super B. Super B. They help all those neurotransmitters. So they help your brain to create things like GABA and serotonin and dopamine and all those good calming neurotransmitters because they balance. So a neurotransmitter is also adrenaline, right? But dopamine and serotonin take adrenaline, and they help calm it down. It's its job. It brings it back down to balance. If one is elevated, the other one will be low. So when we're doing stuff to love on things like our dopamine, we're going to see that come back in balance. And our cortisol is a supplement that helps to lower cortisol. So we can't get rid of cortisol. I hear people go, cortisol's the death hormone, poppycock. No, God didn't put anything in my body that's not supposed to be there. But because of the lifestyle we have, stuff gets elevated or goes too low because of our lifestyle choices. Cortisol is what wakes us up in the morning. It's supposed to be elevated in the morning, and then it's supposed to dip down and go lower. So in the evening, melatonin can take over. They use the same receptor. That's why you'll lay down at 10 o'clock after being stressed out and all the stress and all your stress hormones are really high, but you can't go to sleep because your brain is still making a list. Your body, your hormones still think there is a bear right around the corner. Look, the bear's over there. And you can't get to sleep. And until cortisol is absorbed in that receptor, melatonin, which is the one that lets us relax and go to sleep and repair and so many other things, it can't get into the cell. So by using your tree oils, by using your grand fir, by using your stress away and having those diffuse, that's going to get you into that calmer place. So when you're laying down, now melatonin can do its thing and you wake up in the morning with the right amount of cortisol instead of cortisol being through the roof because you think there's a bear in your bedroom. I'm just saying there's things you can do. If you're not real familiar with all the things Super B does, go over to my Facebook page, and I just did a video this afternoon just on Super B. It's like 30 minutes long on all the ingredients and what they do to get us to the Zen place, to help us to be able to handle with everyday stressors. Now here's the thing, when you can get your adrenals where they're supposed to be and they're calm and you're feeling better and you've got that Zen thing going on, your energy will go back up. Why will it go up? Because the RT3 goes down. RT3 is reverse thyroid 3. Your thyroid literally makes a hormone, T3, that gives us energy. It actually kicks out T4, and then it uses an enzyme to break off one of those molecules, which is T3, which is the Energizer Bunny. It's our real live Energizer Bunny. And one of the things you can partner, so you do cortisol in the morning and you can do your Thyromin at bedtime. Thyromin feeds the thyroid. So this is feeding the brother so that the brother can bring that balance to the thyroid itself. So if you know you're in that cycle, and I'll tell you one of the ways you can really know if you are in the adrenal cycle is the adrenals get stressed. They get stressed. There's cortisol, adrenaline, and then they go, forget it. I don't even care anymore. I don't care. Come home, fire me. I don't care. Come home from work. I don't care. Do your homework. I don't care. And you get into that mentally depressed state where you just have nothing left to give. And that's when the adrenals literally say, I can't do this anymore. And your cells, everything in you says, bleh, can't do it anymore, right? And it's happening because of that elevated state, but you can bring it back down. There's things that you can do. Taking some meditation. I know you're like, I don't have time to meditate. That's because you need some cortisol. You're a little bit stressed and you're taking it out on me. But I'm here to tell you, studies have shown us that just as little as 5 minutes of just quiet, no radio, no TV, hide in your bathroom, your closet, whatever you need to do, Take a deep breath, blow it out, and think about nothing. Don't try to make a list. Don't try to focus on anything. There's a ton of videos you can go to watch how to get into that meditative state. But the beginning is just being able to be quiet and take a minute, because that helps to lower that cortisol so quickly. When the cortisol levels are back to balance, your adrenals are back to cycle. So they wake you up, and then the thyroid's allowed to do his job, which is give you that beautiful T3. Again, if you go to that video, you will get so much more information that will really break down what each of these ones are doing. 5-week class, trying to fit it into an hour. So those are a couple things. The other one that you can do is right here, is called energy. Energy, and I don't have it out here, endoflex. So the two of these are working on just that balance state. So you can take your energy, it does exactly what it says, put some in your hand, you spin it around a couple times, and put it right here. And you take it, put it on your temples, and put it over the thyroid. This is your thyroid, and your parathyroid are on either side of those. You can take that, put it right over her. Do you know when you just take your hands and you hold them over your heart and you just hold them there just quietly? Do you know that your body kicks out little hormones, little messengers, just like if you are getting a hug? It's a great way, a great tool for yourself. It's a great tool to teach your kids. So when they are starting to feel stressed out, because that hug, again, lowers the crazy, the stuff that we have going on, brings it down for us. So you can do that with energy. I also suggest you do it with endoflex. The two of them are working on two different mechanisms, different oils that are going to do the same thing right here, here, over your thyroid, parathyroid, just because that's a good spot. Over the heart. You can even take them and rub them over the kidney area, which would be by where the adrenals are, just so you're consciously aware that you're giving, should stop too low, consciously aware that you're giving a little TLC in each of these areas. The other one that goes right along with that is Aroma Life. Now, Aroma Life, there's all kinds of stuff actually on my Facebook, on my Shannon Hudson YL. You'll get more info on Aroma Life. But Aroma Life is a fantastic one, right over the heart, same way. You're going to rub it over here, because it's going to get us back to that peaceful state. So it's rub and hold. For some of you right now, you're like, why are you just sitting there? You know, we have to get to a place where it's okay to be quiet, to do nothing. We are so busy. We have so much going on in our world that quiet confuses us. Quiet causes us to feel distress. So just start practicing a little of that. Another one I want to show you is clarity. You probably see me use, if you watch any of my videos, you see me use clarity a lot. I put it on my fingers and I put it in the same places. It helps with that focus. It helps with that memory, so that my brain can go through the thoughts and think the things, right? Then you've got brain power, you've got genius. All of those are amazing for memory. I also want to talk about, it's already in my drink. I thought I brought a single in. This right here is our MindWise. When it comes to memory and focus, there are a few things that, like I said, I think your Super B, gotta have it. Memory, focus, clarity. But this one right here, MindWise, this is literally food for your brain. All those beautiful neurotransmitters we talked about, this is food for them. This is food for the actual neurons, so communication back and forth. And it is just a juice. It is literally, I just put it in here with all my other things. So this has my AminoWise. It's got my golden turmeric. There's a whole bunch of oils on my hand just now. Uh-huh. So anyways, this I just put in there on a regular. You only need one of these a day. Your first couple of weeks, probably do two. Do it like in the morning, do it in the afternoon. But this is brain food. Now, when it first came out, it also had lithium in there. And I'm going to give a little shout out for lithium. When I say lithium, people are always like, that's a prescription drug. They turned it into a prescription drug, but it's actually just a mineral. It's one of those things on our periodic table, and it's one of those trace elements that our body desperately needs. Now, it came in our mind wise because part of lithium's skill is that it helps us to have a message sent, and the message is picked up, and we remember the message. So, message sent, it helps with that communication so that thoughts can jump from one neuron to the next. That's the job of lithium. And in small, teeny, trace amounts, trace amounts of minerals, trace amounts of lithium, you're going to see that cognitive function just light up. So when you're partnering things like your mineral essence with your mind wise, the two of them work more effectively. We were talking about chelated minerals and what that means and why it's such an important thing, because minerals bind to things. They carry amino acids. That's why you'll see so many different types of magnesium and so many different types of everything, because they bind together with another part, and each one is a key. You know how I talked about insulin being a key to open up the cell? Insulin's a key. Well, the same thing is true of all these different parts and pieces. This is the thing. You don't know which key is missing in your life. You don't know which puzzle piece. You don't know what part that you are desperately in need of. This is the reason why I like the wide variety. I like making sure I have my minerals. I don't know which one of these little babies I need. This is why I'm such a proponent. You probably hear me talk about our master formula every time I share. Master formula, mineral essence, Ninja Red, and Super B. We have like 600 items, and you will still hear me talk about these more frequently than anything else, because they are baseline. They are those base things. This one right here, you want some focus, clarity, energy, all the things. This baby right here is a game changer. It's a game. This is our master formula. This is our multivitamin, your one a day, if you will, because it has in a food source. So it's broccoli and spinach and foods put together, separated so that they're not fighting each other. They're in a way that we can absorb them. So if your little puzzle piece, we'll go back to lithium. Let's say you're missing piece and you can't remember anything, you can't think, you can't focus, and you feel like you're all over the place. But your tiny missing piece was some lithium. You don't know that. But when you take something like this, it's giving you 72 tiny missing pieces. What if this was your missing piece? What if that vitamin that's missing, this is your missing piece? A lot of the times we feel like there's something wrong with us, and it's just a tiny piece that's missing. If you are like, if you are prone to headaches, if you get nauseous often, if you have aches and pains and your skin is really scaly and gross, and even your eyes get dry all the time, and you get that dry mouth, that tongue that just feels cotton mouth, you're probably dehydrated. You need water, right? It's a missing piece. And when I say that, dry mouth, dry eyes, it makes sense. Dry skin, it makes sense. All of the things make sense. The joints being swollen and irritated because you don't have enough water. But if that's your missing piece, it's a game changer. If you're lacking that energy, if you just don't want to do anything or go anywhere, start with foundation and then add on top of it. So your foundation are things like your Ninja Red, your Sulfurzyme, your mineral essence. Those are foundation. Our Omega Gies. I'm not going to go deep into that one, but things you add on, because maybe cortisol. That's a maybe for you. If you know you played that cycle of stress up and down. Thyroid, that's a maybe for you. If you know you need to work on that energy, or you've been prone to it, or you get a good night's sleep but you're still tired, maybe your thyroid needs a little TLC. If you watch that video, you'll also be able to find some home tests that you can do to see if thyroid is your key. But one of the other additions, I have it backwards, is nitro. Nitro is my game changer. I remember the year it came out. It was about 9 years ago. And Nitro, we always think of it just straight as energy. Nitro in the car and woo! Even the video of Gary with the Jeep. Wow! If you haven't seen it, you can see it on YouTube. Um, but it actually says cognitive health. This is for cognitive function. This is for memory. This is for focus. This is for clarity. And the side effect is energy. That mythical energy. And in here, it's just a little tube. It's got all kinds of great things in here. It has some of the B vitamins. It actually has 3 different B vitamins that are in here. It has in here choline. It has in here chocolate essential oil, wolfberry essential oil, so many different parts and pieces. It does have a bit of caffeine. I'm trying to remember. It's less than a cup of tea. But it's not just a caffeine supplement. So this isn't like people that are drinking the big caffeine drinks and stuff. The stuff that's in here feeds the brain and flips switches on. For me, it was a game changer. If you have not heard my whole story, it will make a lot of sense to you when you do hear my story. Game changer. In the beginning, I did this 4, 5, 6 times a day. I would take it first thing in the morning. I would take it 2 hours later. I would take it 2 hours later, because that was where I was at. But now I usually take it twice. It's usually always in my red drink. I just put everything in here because, first of all, it tastes delicious, and it covers up the taste. Like I take K and B and Rahemagen because of other stuff I have going on, and it helps with the flavor of those types of things as well. So those are some of the things that I do. But those add-ons, so baseline and add-ons, your mind-wise, that could be an add-on. If you feel like you need more lithium, you can always order just lithium. I like it in the combo with the other pieces. So again, I'm telling you about one mineral, one function of one of the minerals out of the 72. So many other parts and pieces that are going on in there. What else? Oh, Powergize. Powergize is another. What if? I don't know you. You know you. But Powergize literally says on the container, sustains energy, boosts stamina, and increases strength. So this is a supplement that is for physical performance, to get your heart strong and healthy, your muscles strong and healthy, recovery strong and healthy. It's got oils in here like blue spruce and goldenrod, ones that help our body to be able to, the hormones we talked about, this is a great one for men. It's good for our women too, but it was originally created, designed, thought of for our guys, but the women like it so much, it's a part of it. Then we have things like our Endogize. Endogize, same concept, energy, stamina, communication between all those beautiful hormones that we have going on. But this one is geared more towards our women's health. It has our black cohosh in here. It has pregnenolone and DHEA. When you think of DHEA, think of the young hormone. It's something that your body starts declining in how much it has as we age. But DHEA is the one that tells our cells to be young, to be vibrant, to have energy, to go do the things, to parachute, to do all this stuff. That's coming from that young hormone going on there. So, what else? You know what? This is the reverse of the energy, but it creates energy. So, especially if you are having a hard time falling asleep at nighttime, staying asleep, or you've had to totally change your sleep cycle because of summer. With our kids, they've had to completely change their cycle. So we've got some stuff for our kids specific, but for you, if you're having a hard time getting to sleep, because it's all, I mean, like, I settle down and get ready for about around 10 o'clock at night, sleep out at 10:30, and then get up early in the morning, because we're supposed to fall asleep when it gets dark, and we're supposed to wake up when it gets sunlight, and we should be able to do that without having an alarm. 2 things that could partner with that would be our Sleep Essence. This is a blend of lavender, ruta, and lavender, ruta, and another one that's going to come, valerian. So it's an essential oil capsule. So when you look at caplet, oh, this one's empty. It's a caplet, but in addition to that, it has like 3 milligrams of melatonin. And I want you to know, I hear lots of different opinions on melatonin. Don't know Jen's opinion, but I'm telling you, melatonin is a nutrient that your pineal gland is supposed to kick out and make as the light changes outside. So when the sun starts to go down, the sky starts to get yellow orange, and when that happens, it's a signal to my pineal to start kicking up melatonin. Melatonin and cortisol use the same receptor. So when we push past our sleepy time, when we start getting sleepy at 10:30 and we're like, oh, I got things to do, or I'm on the computer, or I'm doing whatever you're doing in the middle of a movie, and we push past it, our brain says, oh, it's not time to go to sleep, so the melatonin isn't needed. I need to have a little boost, and that neurotransmitter, adrenaline, it'll kick out a little adrenaline to keep you awake. And so now cortisol kicks back up because obviously something's going on. And so you have this cycle that happens, melatonin and cortisol. They cannot both fit in that receptor at the same time. So start listening to your body. Get yourself some blue light blocking sunglasses, glasses that can go right over your glasses. You can get apps for your computer, so it will switch it so that we don't see the bright blue lights from our computer. You can do the same thing on your TVs. You can have your glasses on, turn your lights down so that your body can get into sleep mode instead of having to kick out something to keep you awake. I want to be in tandem with my body. And so not only does your pineal gland kick it out at nighttime, which helps us to go to sleep, but it's also a massive, I'm talking massive, like I can't say the word strong enough, massive antioxidant that goes through and scrubs and cleans inside every mitochondria in your body. Your sunlight helps us make melatonin. Whole nother class, y'all. But that melatonin inside the mitochondria is cleaning out the mitochondria and taking care of the DNA damage that happens. So melatonin, huge and powerful. So don't worry, tiny little 3 milligrams that you're getting from this one, and or our ImmuPro. ImmuPro also has melatonin in here. It was created not to put you to sleep, ImmuPro. This one is to help support your immune system. It's full of mushrooms. We are going to do a huge class on mushrooms next week, because I really want to talk about the power of what they do for the immune system in general. But inside here, it's immune boosting, but it does have that little bit of melatonin. So this is one that you would take at nighttime. And when you look at these, they're chewable. So you take those at bedtime. Again, 3 to 4 milligrams, I don't remember exactly. But they're going to help do that little bit of a bip to help get you into that quiet place. And then I'm going to mention a couple oils that help you get into that sleepy place as well. My favorite is cedarwood. Cedarwood is like a $15 oil, and I am addicted. I love this oil. First of all, it is beautiful for your skin, for little wrinkles, for anything going on. It's in the aloe family. So I usually take my cedarwood and I'll put, I don't know, that many drops, 10 drops. I rub it around and I rub it all over my face every single night. So I put cedarwood all over. I put Ruta Vala. It's a little purple oil, and it is rue essential oil, valerian essential oil, and lavender. And they all quiet your brain in different ways. You know, that list that you're making, they help quiet it. They help us get into that sleep state, that relaxed state, so we can drift off. So I put my Ruta Vala all over my face. What else do I use for sleep? So sleep essence, Ruta Vala, cedarwood. Those are really the ones that I use. So tell us what you use to help you be able to get to sleep. Put that in the comments. Let us know, because that combo, I have used that so much that if I smell cedarwood, if middle of the day we can be in a class, somebody shares cedarwood, and I'm like, oh, time for bed. And that cell memory. My brain knows the last thing I do. So I have supplements I take right before bed, next to my bed. I drink my water. I read my books. I'm a big lotion girl. I use a lot for skincare. I put all that on and I'm relaxing. But when it's time for sleep, I take my 2 Thyroid, put those in my mouth, and then I put my Ruta Vala on, and then I put my cedarwood on. I put my hands here, and I am out, just like out instantly. So because the way our amygdala, the memory works, my brain knows when we smell cedarwood, it's time for sleep. So you can set that habit, you can set that intention. And the cool thing is, by going to bed every night at the same time, my body is ready to wake up every morning at the same time. So I wake up feeling rested, and then I've got all my other fun stuff that I can do when I'm feeling I need that boost. So those are the things that I use. You don't have to use everything. I listed, like, I don't know, 20 things. And you don't need all 20. You need to do the one that you go, oh, that resonates. That makes sense. That's something I'm going to add to my lifestyle. And then I always encourage, if you're going to try something new, try it for 90 days. Give your body time to decide whether or not that was its key. And you don't have to try 1,000 new things at one time. Try 3 or 4 and add those to your repertoire. See how they go. Look them up in the different books. So you heard what I had to say about nitro. Go look it up. See what other people had to say. You can actually, Shannon Hudson YL, I've got a video just on nitro where I broke down all of the pieces. I know Jen, it has like every supplement Young Living has ever made. She has somewhere a video on that particular thing. So find the resources, decide which ones really make sense for you, and then go through that list and think of the people that you know that need it. Have the common courtesy to tell them, hey, and share that information with them. Again, want to remind you, we have got a big party going on June 25th. After convention, you get to try all the products. It's a potluck. So if you live in Michigan, and even if you're not in my team, just go to Shannon Hudson YL under events, find the convention party and register yourself. It is a free event. We've got lots of make and takes that are free. It's a potluck. Come play. You don't have to be a part of my team. I will love on you no matter what. And then every single Thursday, 6 o'clock, we have a brand partner Zoom, and you are welcome to join us. If you have questions, that's the place where we answer all those questions one-on-one. So appreciate you guys letting me speak into your life and all the different things. Appreciate you, and we'll chat later. God bless.